Oh my
It's
God.
that instant burst of torque.
You caught me right there. Hello, future millionaire. We are here with a special test drive with Chris here.
Hi guys.
This dealership is Springwood, Jaguar Land Rover. Is that right?
Correct, yeah.
Wonderful.
So you just your start button. Obviously it's a bit confusing because you don't hear anything, but the car is active right now. So we're going to go from park to drive. It's just pushing a button. What I want to show you first of all is a big feature of our car is the high and low regenerative braking. Currently it's set to low, so you don't have that engine braking supplied by the electric motors. So essentially the car will drive like a normal motor. You'll use your brake pedal, and us, we've done a bit of driving. We'll change that to high, and you'll see how as soon as you take your foot off the accelerator, the car actually starts braking quite heavily. To the point where it'll actually activate the brake lights so that the traffic around you knows that you're braking.
Cool.
And that's where a big part of obviously your regenerative braking comes from. So
Is that how you prefer to drive the car?
definitely, yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Once you get used to the way it brakes,
Yep.
it'll completely change the way you drive.
Yeah.
You've very, very limited use of the foot brake at all.
What's the state of charge right now? Is that 100%?
We're at 100%. Yeah.
So the display range right now is 364 kilometers.
Correct.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see after the driving.
Yeah, through the traffic.
What's the actual real range
correct,
is like.
Because you'll have the input of the regenerative braking as well.
Oh, very smooth. Does this one come with air suspension?
This is an air suspension.
This is the air
This is a
suspension
HSE first edition.
Ah, okay.
So it has your air suspension. Also has your activity key.
Crafted by Jaguar. That's a great name. Crafted. Those are the buttons to raise and lower the suspension.
Correct.
And those are the modes for driving mode.
Yep.
And if you want to go sliding around, switch that one.
Yeah,
off.
we have done it in this car as well. Yeah.
This is the only car in the world, electric, that can go to racetrack and go mountain goating at the same time.
Correct.
No other car can do it.
No other electronic vehicle was launched at a racetrack.
Yeah.
To the media. So now we're in low regenerative braking, so we're using the brake. Jaguar actually made a component to this car called iBraking because the electronic foot pedal. So they created iBraking so that the brake pedal has the same feel as a normal hydraulic brake pedal.
Ah, I see.
So it's a bit unique. So
You mean
to our car.
when you are actually braking, you are not really
You're not pushing.
you are not really pushing
You're not pushing a lever, or it's actually electronic braking.
So it's a brake by wire.
Yeah, correct.
Wow. But they created the artificial feedback, though you don't feel like it's
so it
fake.
feels like a normal brake pedal.
Oh, wow! I didn't know that.
So in low regenerative mode, I can take my foot off the throttle and the car just coasts forward like a normal internal combustion engine.
Yep.
So shortly, when I get a second, I'll change it to high, and you'll feel the braking of the car.
Yep.
And high regenerative braking is where you're going to get a lot of your fuel savings and obviously that increased range.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense.
So once you come up these lights, I can just take my foot off the brake and it just coasts through like a normal car.
Wow. The body control is so good.
Batteries are sandwiched in the floor, so extremely low center of gravity. Once again, lower than a normal combustion engine, lower than all of our competitors.
And which mode are we actually right now in?
Just in normal mode. We're not in dynamic mode or
okay.
anything like that.
Cool.
So the power.
Oh my
It's
God.
that instant burst of torque.
You caught me right there. Oh my goodness.
So it's similar. The acceleration is similar to what you feel in a roller coaster because it's electronic as well. So there's that instant torque.
Yeah.
So that's why our car will achieve a 0 to 100 times similar to an Audi RS4.
Yeah. This is how I see the competition as well. This car is not really competing with Tesla, instead more with the luxury wagon.
Yeah, correct.
Four-wheel drive wagon like AMG,
SUV, yeah.
RS4, and those cars. And those are far more expensive than this car.
Definitely.
And less instant. This is like amazing torque. Yeah. Okay, I better be careful that I don't get whiplash here.
So you can change your regenerative braking while you're driving, but just from a safety perspective, I'm just going to pull over for a second, show you where the button is.
Sure. Good idea. Yeah.
So it's this button here. Okay,
Yep.
so we can change that from low. We hit there, goes up to high.
Ah, yeah, that's
Okay.
easy.
The other thing you can turn on is your vehicle creep. So I can take my foot off the brake now, and this car moves forward,
Ah,
creeps
just
it
like
forward. Once again, like a
Uh-huh.
internal combustion engine.
yeah. Yep.
Off, yep. Drive. Take my foot off the brake, and the car stays
Yeah.
stationary. It doesn't move forward.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
So my preference, I still like it to have the creep.
Mhm.
Once again, it's just
That's very easily changed. I didn't realize you can change directly on
yeah.
that
The
section.
menu's huge, and here you can swipe
Right.
through and open up all a whole new
Right.
realm of apps and features. But I don't know if there's enough battery in the camera to be able to sit there and go through all of it.
What
It's
is
quite
that button for?
comprehensive. I have to confirm what that one is. Bring up a screen for us.
Ah, low power
low
mode.
power
No,
mode.
don't need that. Yeah. Maximize the range?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
So now we're in high regenerative braking.
Yep.
Which once again, and I guess the main reason they have the option to have it on and off is to ease people into getting used to driving EV.
Yep.
You don't want a car that's too foreign. But now in high regenerative mode, if I take my foot off the throttle, you
Brakes
can
very
see how we
quickly.
brake. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you change your driving to the point where you actually use very little brake pedal at all.
Right.
Once again, Jaguar thought of everything. They built into the car, because with high regenerative braking, your actual brake pedal usage is reduced so far that this car will automatically apply very gentle brake pad to disc pressure, even when you're driving,
Mm-hmm.
purely to keep the rotors clean.
Right.
Because you actually use such little normal braking.
The virtual cockpit looks very nice. So,
Yeah, it's amazing, and you can
Yeah.
change the viewing modes there as well.
right.
Depending what your this is one set up obviously with the nav
Yeah.
being displayed, but you can have your EV information displayed on there as well.
Where do you change that information?
That's changed here through your steering wheel.
Ah, okay, steering wheel. So you don't have to distract yourself with a.
Not at all.
touch
Not at all.
screen
Once
or
you're
anything.
familiar with it, you can actually change
Right.
your modes through your steering wheel without too much of an issue.
Because this is one of the problem I see with Teslas in general is everything's from a one gigantic touch screen. It's very distracting.
Yeah, and
There's
our
no muscle
car-
memory.
Correct, and I guess our approach is probably more of a fully integrated
Yeah.
approach rather than just a blank setup with a great big tablet.
Mhm.
We've gone with a much more integrated sort of style.
Personally, I believe this is a more user-friendly approach.
Yeah, definitely.
Because-
and it's familiar to the rest of our
Yeah.
models as well.
Oh yeah, I see.
So it's even though this is the leader and the latest and the greatest, it's actually ties in a lot. If you look at Velar,
Mhm.
the two screens set up and the way this lower console set up, it's very similar. So it
Right.
keeps a lot of that family sort of feature feel to it.
Right. I do have one question. Of all the trims, the user interface, is that the same?
At spec level, yeah, definitely. It'll just be different menu features.
Right.
Yeah, so depending what options the car
Okay.
will have additional features in there.
That's great because other companies like BMW cars, if you go for the lower trims, the screen's smaller.
Yeah,
And-
and some of our models we do
Yeah.
do that in different
Right.
cars in our range, but in iPace, no, it's not.
That's great.
You know, if there may be other iPace models down the track that have that feature
Yep.
at a lower price point or something like that, but currently this car has everything.
Wonderful. Yeah. But I have to say the workmanship is fantastic.
And that's one of the things that really sets us
I
apart.
mean, all this is so solid. I look at the
Yeah.
stitching straight. This is, you can't fault the stitching. The wood here, this is perfect. This is real wood. This is not some plastic something on top. And the leather, this is real leather. You can feel the quality of the everything. Seat, ventilated. This is the quality same as a Lexus. And workmanship is amazing and nothing rattles. You don't hear any rattling whatsoever.
They spend a lot of time and money investing in insulating the body from the rest of the car. So in
Yeah.
a normal petrol car, you always have engine noise, those sorts of things, which I guess cancel out a lot of road noise and a lot of vibrations.
Yep.
In our car, obviously with eliminating that engine noise, they had to invest a lot of time. So this body is completely insulated from the floor plan
Mhm.
and all the suspension features as well of the car. So it aids that quietness,
Right.
stillness that you're feeling now.
Yes, I remember one thing you told me when we met last time. You say you love this car so much, you love to take this home all the time.
Yeah, you know, I have the opportunity to drive lots of cars, especially over the years, and this car really excites me because this is the future of personal transportation, and it's an exciting thing to be a part of, because in 25 years this will be the norm. Whereas now this is exciting and new, and that doesn't come along often to genuinely something that's a revolution. Yeah, it's exciting to be a part of it, that's for sure.
Well, thank you so much for the introduction.
No problems at all. I'll pull over up here and we can hand over from there.
Cool. Because the next part of this video will be I'm going to test the car in a realistic charging condition to see if this car works well with the existing charging infrastructure. This is #1 question of anybody who drives the EV is where can I charge a car?
Yeah, correct.
And from my personal experience as an EV driver right now, I can say you can charge the car at almost every shopping center, which is exactly what we're going to test.
And the infrastructure is only growing from
there. Exactly. Thank you so much, Chris.
No problems at all.